It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From Pennington, New Jersey, we welcome you to this presentation of Boys High School Hoops on the WBCB Sports Network, where this afternoon we've got a matchup featuring the 13-6 Trenton Tornadoes taking on the 4-11 Pennington Redhawks. And a pleasant good afternoon to everybody. Alongside the Mercer County Hall of Famer Rich Fisher, I'm Jordan Hirsch. Well, Fish, we've got a real interesting matchup on our hands this afternoon. A private school going against a public school. The storylines, there aren't really many when you get a situation like this. But one thing we do know about Trenton is their last 4 games, they've been a little shaky. They split their weekend series against Hunterdon Central and Shabazz, winning one of those games on Saturday. They got Juan Sanchez back. They got Ave Ingram back. As for Pennington, just 4 wins on the season, but they play in a very tough Mid-Atlantic Prep League, so they may be better than that 4-11 record indicates.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, you look at this game on the surface, and it looks like kind of just a humdrum regular season game late in the season. You look at the records, 13-6. You had 4-11. I had 3-10. So I don't know what the deal is. Maybe I looked at the wrong thing. But anyhow, this game absolutely does have importance for the Tornadoes. They're fighting to overtake Lawrence for that second seed in the Colonial Valley Conference Tournament. To do that, they have to get second place in the power points. Right now, Ewing leads the power points with 25.783, Lawrence with 25.73, and Trenton with 24.437. Now, Trenton is, just like football. Since they've rearranged all these power points, I can't really figure out how you get to try to get past them. But I do think if Trenton wins today and picks up some power points, and then they play Lawrence tomorrow, and we'll be right back at it tomorrow, me and you. But, if Trenton can win both of these games, they could pop over Lawrence. And, again, I don't know that as gospel. I'm not a PowerPoint guy. I can't figure it out that well, but I would think it would give Trenton a pretty good chance. Either way, PowerPoints aside, everything aside, you want to win just to get some momentum. And by the way, the games count through tomorrow for the PowerPoints. That's why it's important. So like you said, Trenton's been back full strength the past 2 games when Ingram and Sanchez, after they got suspended for 2 games for breaking what Coach Darrell Young called in-house rules. And those 2, with Jadon English-Fulton averaging a combined 55 points a game, proven tough to stop, although Shabazz held those 3 to 38. And Shabazz is undefeated. They're 18-0. I mean, that's a great team. Trenton here's what has to happen. Trenton just has to come out and play its game today. Focus on what it has to do, not look ahead to tomorrow's key showdown with the Cardinals. Come out, try and press, try and get turnovers, try and get transition baskets. For the Redhawks, it's just been a tough season in alum Fred Falchi's first year at the helm. Falchi, of course, had the powerhouse teams at Trenton Catholic, but he hasn't been able to get this young team on track this year. They've come in with 5 straight losses. Dylan Napoleon, the one senior who sees ample playing time, leads Pennington at 21.8. And Joshua Benka-Coker, who you pointed out when we were off the air, scored, 28 against them last year? Yep. Against Trenton? He's averaging 15.5. Scoring drops off from there. Well, that's a pretty good 1-2 punch to have. The Hawks, the biggest problem with the Hawks has been defensively. They have yielded an average of 75.6 per game, 75.6 points per game, and they've given up 158 in their last 2 losses. So, they're just good. They're going to have to try and beat Trenton's press today. And if not, Trenton's transition game could lead to another high-scoring game. maybe the Red Hawks can control the tempo like their down the street neighbors Hopewell did last week, and put Trenton a little out of sync, and keep it close till the end and maybe steal one. But if they let the Tornadoes get out and run, it'll be a tough task. And I know preps and publics are in a different realm as far as competition and everything, but I think this has just been a year of Fauci trying to see what he has, get this thing, get his system in and things like that. And who knows, maybe they can start playing a little better here at the end of the year and see what happens. But we'll see. It's obviously a huge test for the Red Hawks today.
Well, today's game on WBCB is being brought to you by Kessel Dermatology, the Capital Health System, Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, the Temperance House, the New Jersey Education Association, the Trenton Thunder, DiLorenzo's Pizza, Hyundai of Trenton, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Trentonian, Haldeman Ford, the City of Trenton, Morrisville Chiropractic, and the Capital Area YMCA. Opening lineups and tip-off on the other side of this break. Trenton taking on Pennington next on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, this is Mike Missinelli inviting you to join me live at the Temperance House in the heart of Newtown, PA for our big game preview show, Thursday, February 5th at 5 p.m. We'll be video streaming live on YouTube at WBCB Sports and on Pattison, where you can ask me questions, give me your thoughts, and stop by to have some of the best happy hour options in Bucks County at the Temperance House. So come, join me, Mike Missinelli, Thursday, February 5th, 5 p.m. for our big game preview show live from the Temperance House in Newtown, PA.
22, 4, and 3. Yep, we had it.
Welcome back here to the Pennington School. We're set to get under action here on WBCB. The tip is up, and it's won by the Red Hawks. This is Noah Johnson out there starting with Dylan Napoleon, Josh Banka-Coker, Jonathan Banka-Coker, and Jameer Conover. For Trenton, it's Juan Sanchez, Caleb Smith, Ave Ingram, Jadon English-Fulton, and Jasair Whitaker. Here's Napoleon, who averages 22 a game, banks it up and in to get the scoring started. Dylan Napoleon scored his 1,000th career high school point a couple of weeks ago, January 21st, in a game against the Hill School of Pennsylvania. Sanchez telegraphed that pass. Napoleon's got a run out and a slam as a result.
Good start for Pennington.
And figure that's the way that they're going to try to win this game. Turn Trenton over. That's what they did very well in their matchup last season. Came up with 21 steals in an 80-47 win. Sanchez comes up empty on the jumper. Rebound battled for underneath. Smith is in there. He comes away with it and lays it up and through. That'll be an interesting matchup to watch, to say the least. The 6'5" Caleb Smith against the 6'8" Josh Banka-Coker as a denial inside.
Bashir Julian, I haven't seen him. Is this his first start of the year, you think?
It's actually Jasair Whitaker, number 34.
Oh.
Yeah, Trenton's gone back and forth with who's worn that number this season. This is Jonathan Banka-Coker, who tried to get it to Conover, but he slipped, and the ball ends up out of bounds.
I don't even have a Jasair Whitaker on my roster. What's that?
Now a whistle on a timeout. Yeah, Whitaker is number 34. The opening day roster for Trenton had Bashir Julian listed. He is actually 24. Whitaker is a freshman guard who's played in 4 straight games, and he actually played pretty key minutes in the absence of Juan Sanchez and Ave Ingram last week. Was in the game late in a close one against Hopewell Valley a week ago today. Also got the start on Thursday against Notre Dame.
And he's starting in place of who? Harris?
Yeah, he's starting in place of Ramos.
Ramos, yeah.
Who's actually been playing pretty well. We'll see how many minutes Ramos gets in this one. 4-2 Trenton trails. Ingram with a fadeaway J. That one hits the heel, and Banka-Coker's got the board. Josh Banka-Coker was all over the place when these two teams met last season. Career highs in points, rebounds, and steals. 28 points, 17 rebounds, 4 steals in that one for big number 10 in red. This is his brother, Jonathan Banka-Coker, feeding the 6'8" Josh. Working against Smith. Gets to the block and lays it home. Josh Banka-Coker averaging 15.5 per game. In all the games that we have stats for available to us on NJ.com, he scored double figures in all but one. Juan Sanchez, silky smooth on the jumper.
Trenton gets suppressed for the first time. Pennington with little trouble breaking it.
Look at the speed from Dylan Napoleon in the Euro step to finish it off. An early 6 for Napoleon.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Ingram from beyond, can't hit. Offensive rebound, Whitaker. Ingram shovels, looking for English Fulton, and he was out of bounds.
And as my erstwhile colleague, Jordan Hirsch, reminded me off the air, Trenton is, Pennington is 4-11. Thus, they are giving up an average of 65 a game, not 75.
Yeah, still not great. A team that's given up 70+ 7 times this year. Meanwhile, Trenton scored 70 or more 9 times, and they commit another turnover.
Well, I thank you for clearing that up. And, you know, I went back and looked, and it did say on the main page, it still said 3-10. But then when you go on a different page, it says 4-11. So
I guess we both flipped a coin, and I came up with the right, side of the coin.
You ought to bet on the Super Bowl.
If I want to lose money, sure. Ingram working against Jonathan Banka-Coker, and he pushed off on him. That's a foul against Pennington.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, I see Tommy Carr is reffing today before he takes his shirt off and becomes Mike Vrabel. If you take a look at Tommy, he looks a lot like Mike Vrabel.
He does. I was actually thinking that.
He will be coaching this Sunday in the Super Bowl after he reps this game.
Good head fake there by Sanchez, everything but the finish, and Ave Ingram says, I'll clean that one up. First 2 points of the game for Ave, who's leading the CVC in scoring, averaging 21.4 points per game. Came back on Saturday and dropped 33 in a win over Hunterdon Central.
I actually think Vrabel is a cross between Fred Flintstone and Tommy Carr. I don't see a Fred Flintstone in Tommy Carr. I just see Vrabel. But in Vrabel, I see both.
We'll have to get Colin Summer to make us that graphic to show on air tomorrow so everybody else can visualize it.
Okay.
Benka Coker, man, just goes right by Caleb Smith, discarded him. You don't typically see the 6'5" Caleb Smith get bullied down low like that.
Yeah, and Pup Young cannot be happy with the way his team's defending right now.
Sanchez threw on the brakes, but came up empty on the 3. And then English Fulton knocks it out of bounds. Well, Trenton, they're coming off a 73-55 loss against Shabazz on Sunday in the Clash of the Counties. Shabazz came into that game ranked 15th in the state. Like you mentioned in the pregame, undefeated.
Pennington, by the way, has not missed a shot yet. Yeah,
right there, the announcer jinx gets Dylan Napoleon. English Fulton picked up the dribble. The ball finds Ave Ingram, who finds the bottom of the basket with a 3. That's just Ave Ingram's 6th 3 in his last 12 games, as Napoleon is able to get the roll that time. Dylan Napoleon so far showing some confidence. He's got an early 8. Ingram attacking all the way to the cup, but can't lay it home. A chance the other way in transition. Here comes Noah Johnson. And a whistle and a foul called. I think they're going to get Jasair Whitaker for that one.
That'll be his 2nd.
Well, as for Pennington, a 70-61 loss against Petty on Friday. It's their 5th straight loss, 2nd 5-game losing streak of the year for them. Haven't lost 6 in a row since December of 2021. They lost 7 straight that month, and their 7th and final loss of that streak, it came against these Tornadoes. Man, wide open, Benka Coker in the corner, but comes up empty that time, and then Sanchez does a good job to bank it off him while he was falling out of bounds.
Yeah, they're giving it to him.
Donald Jackson is going to get set to come back in. He had a big game on Sunday against Shabazz. 6 points, 6 rebounds, both career highs for him. Trenton still looking for their first lead. They trail by 3. Sanchez with a pair of points so far. Nice spin move, fires, can't connect. Rebound fought for, taken by Benka Coker. Napoleon on another run out. Count it, and a foul. Dylan Napoleon to the line for one more, and he's already up to 10.
Wow, what a start for Dylan Napoleon. He's having a great year. It's not a surprise, but
Napoleon's a 60% foul shooter. Committed to play college ball at Division III Drew University in Madison, New Jersey. Banks in the free throw. You don't see that very often, but when you're going good, I guess.
No, but you got to call it. He didn't call it.
Smith tried to shovel that one to Jackson, but it was knocked away. Trenton, with how good their season has been so far, 13-6. They've actually struggled quite a bit away from Tornado Alley. They're 4-5 in true road games, not counting some of their neutral site battles. Sanchez putting all sorts of moves on Conover, gets to the cup and gets fouled. And they're going to get Conover for that whistle, and Juan Sanchez will head to the line for a pair.
Sanchez sort of exploded up that lane.
Sanchez did a nice job bouncing back this weekend from the 2-game absence. 17 points against Hunterdon Central Saturday, 25 on Sunday. He's a 76.5% foul shooter who hits the first. And really, Fish, that 2-game absence, it just showed how important he is to this team. Of course, the scoring, but also the ball handling.
Right. Well, I mean, both of them.
Trenton
and Ingram.
Trenton, they really struggled with turnovers in those 2 games against Hopewell and Notre Dame, just not having a true point guard at the helm. Whitaker got some reps, so did Jaharis Ramos at times as well. Napoleon backing down Ingram, and Ingram got the better of him that time, coming up with the block. And they say it was last off of Napoleon. It'll go back to the Tornadoes.
Yeah, Napoleon seemed to have it all going his way. He just backed him in like he was just going to go in for another layup, but Ingram stood tall at the last moment.
Ingram Sizing up Benka Coker, gets to his spot, but can't hit. Another offensive rebound. It's Caleb Smith again, and he rolls it in, and so far he's having no trouble working against some guys that are his height or even taller, which we're not really used to seeing. Caleb Smith going against guys taller than him.
He must like it here on Delaware Avenue because he had a nice game against Hopewell last week as well.
And an offensive foul. They say Napoleon pushed off that time, and now Trenton a chance to tie or take their first lead with a 3.
That's Napoleon's first.
Hello, Matt. How are you, buddy?
Matt Wolski, the referee, stopping by to say hello.
Ingram underhands it. Whitaker. He penetrates the paint. Up and under move, but can't hit. Rebound Smith again. They fight for it. And that one looked to be last off of a Red Hawk, but no, they say it'll belong to Pennington. I thought Wayne Smichael, the 6th man checking in, I thought he was the last to touch it.
I'm a little surprised he still has Whitaker in this game with 2 fouls. You know, I mean, unless he just wants to see what he can get from him. Ride him as long as he can.
Down to 60 seconds to play, opening quarter. Pennington, they've led the whole way, and Noah Johnson can't get on the board that time. Trenton a chance in transition. Sanchez, head fake, gets to the elbow. What a move. And that one comes up flat. Back the other way. Here comes Smichael, right down Broadway, and he had it knocked away by Ingram cleanly. East to west we go. Sanchez is going to throw on the brakes. Daryl Young Sr. says, let's just reset everything.
Yeah.
Inside they go. Smith gets doubled, and we've got a jump ball, and possession is with Trenton.
So is 21 Donald Jackson?
That is correct.
You know, I always try and guess who he's going to play besides the starters. I'm never right. He filters in so many different players in different games.
They tried to lob that time, and Smith had his back turned. Here's Benka Coker right down the lane, and an easy 2 for Josh Benka Coker, who's now got 6.
Way too easy.
Still some time for the Tornadoes. 5 seconds left. Ingram turbocharge, and he is fouled.
I think that's going to be on the floor, though.
It is, and it's just the 4th team foul, so it'll be a baseline inbound. Let's see if they try that lob play again. Nope, they go for Ingram, who had it knocked away, and now just 3/10 is all that remains.
Yeah, good job by Benka Coker. I mean, they're not. They had a shot if they could get a catch and a quick shot, but now, well,
Sanchez, he got it off.
Ooh.
That'll do it. So 8 minutes down, 24 to go here from Pennington. The Red Hawks leading the Tornadoes 17-13. And 2026 is here, and just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half season ticket memberships as well as multi-game packages are on sale now for the 2026 season. And coming to Hamilton Township, the original DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. 3rd-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo brings back the family recipes his great-grandfather created in 1938 when they started their Trenton tomato pie. Soon to be open at 147 Sloan Avenue in Hamilton Township. There are over 1,400 tariff-free cars ready to go at Hyundai of Trenton, 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Hyundai Konas, Palisades, Tucsons, Santa Fe's, Elantras, all priced for immediate sale. Over 1,400 tariff-free cars if you were ever thinking of a new car, SUV, or EV vehicle. Now is the time to buy at Hyundai of Trenton.
Well, Trenton's shooting just 5 for 17 in that quarter, and Pennington 8 for 13. And Pennington only up by 4.
Yeah, Trenton's taken advantage of some big second chance points.
Yeah, a couple by Caleb Smith.
He's got 4, Sanchez has 4, and Ave Ingram's got 5. For Pennington, it's Dylan Napoleon with 6, and Dylan Napoleon with 11, and Josh Benka Coker with 6, and that's all they've needed so far.
Yeah, that's been it.
Napoleon pulls up, wide left, rebound taken in by Jackson, and then nearly coming up with the steal that time was Noah Johnson, but he couldn't grab it. Sanchez Dancing against Jonathan Benka-Coker. Does a good job to stay with him and force the reset. English Fulton, step back at the free throw line. Jackson with the offensive rebound. Ingram with the tough two.
Good rebound, good find there by Jackson.
That's why Darrell Young's been playing him more. Been making a lot of energy plays recently as Donald Jackson. You saw it right there.
Well, you need that.
Josh.
In games like this, these afternoon games sometimes are hard to, I guess Pennington's used to them. They play more afternoon games. But, Trenton, they're just getting out of school. They're probably just not used to it.
Well, all of a sudden, Pennington's gone cold from the floor. That was a wide open look for Napoleon. He couldn't cash in on.
Nope.
So Trenton still looking for their first lead. They trail by 2. They're playing public school timing rules, so 8 minutes, 8-minute quarters and no shot clocks. For the Mid-Atlantic Prep League, Pennington, they're used to those 9-minute quarters and a 30-second timer. Ingram one-on-one with Napoleon. Going to work, step back, fades, can't bank it home. Rebound Murray. Chance the other way in transition. Here comes Johnson. Johnson taking on all comers and laying it home. Oh, Jackson's leaking ahead of the pack the other way. He gets fouled. Couldn't get it to spin on through. But Donald Jackson did a good job catching the Red Hawks off guard. He gets rewarded with a pair of free throws. Donald Jackson, the 6'1" senior forward, can't convert on the first, but he's averaging just 1.5 points per game this year, averaging double that in his last 4. So again, not much in the way of scoring from Jackson, but makes a lot of those little plays that coaches really love.
Yeah, for sure. The non-box score plays.
Man, it's another offensive rebound. Ingram, way off. Offensive board, English Fulton, and then he gets stripped going up for the layup. Here comes Benka-Coker, and coming back to say no was Ingram. Oh, but a turnover leads to an easy 2 for Johnson. Man, Ave Ingram, what a swat that time. Unfortunately, Trenton, they gave it right back. 6-point advantage for Pennington. Smith backing down the much smaller Jordan Murray. Napoleon came over with the help, and he forces the jump ball. It'll stay with Trenton, but I'll tell you what, Fish, that was a pretty quick whistle.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. You're right. Oh.
It ended up right back in the hands of Smith off the deflection. English Fulton cuts to the hole, and he gets blocked. Oh, man, and then the triple team forces Josh Benka-Coker to just throw it off the back of the backboard. It's getting sloppy here in quarter number 2.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Got to believe that's advantage Trenton, the way they like to play.
Well, yeah, but Trenton is not.
English Fulton that time couldn't hit on the contested 2.
Trenton has been forced to play a half-court game here, and they've not been shooting well.
Benka-Coker, he's got that in his game. Off the back of the rim that time for the 6'8" junior. Sanchez going to work against Jonathan Benka-Coker, and he couldn't spin it up and in. They're doing a great job on Juan Sanchez. Nothing easy for him. Napoleon, lightning speed, right to the rack. Can't get it. Rebound taken by English Fulton. And then he gets fouled by Murray right as he was about to step on that end line. And that'll send Jordan Murray back to the bench and get Jameer Conover back in the game. So Trenton down 6. They've scored just 2 points in the quarter, which is 3.5 minutes old. Ingram, he's got a team high 7.
They're not, look at this offense. They're not even moving. Nobody's moving.
English Fulton gave it up, and now a run out. It's Noah Johnson trying to go all the way, and he gets fouled. And yeah, to your point, Fish, that was a problem spot for Trenton against Hopewell and against Notre Dame, but that was without Juan Sanchez, that was without Ave Ingram. Is the offense, it would kind of just stall out. Yeah. Sometimes they would just, it look a little clueless at times when they would have to set up in the half court consistently. You see right here, right? Just not a lot of off-ball movement, a lot of one-on-ones, and it's leading to some of these turnovers because it's just easy to defend.
Yeah, it is. And I know, look, I know their game is pushing the ball and getting layups and things like that off a transition, but you gotta be able to score in the half court, and usually they do. They'll hit some threes and stuff. I think, you know what though? I think Trenton's mindset is they love that up-tempo game so much that when they do get that up-tempo game going, then when they get into their half court, they're feeling more loose. They're feeling like things are going their way. I think now they might just feel a little tight, like, hey, we're not getting out on the break, we're not getting the run-outs, and now we got to do it this way. I'm just spitballing there, but sometimes that happens. Teams get, when they play their way that they like to play, everything goes easier.
Well, after the timeout, Noah Johnson, he knocks down the first free throw, so he's up to 5. Johnson's been playing very well in the second half of this season. He had 4 straight games in double figures where he was averaging 11.5 points per game. That was before their previous 2 against Petty and against Blair Academy, where the stats were not available to us, and Johnson just comes up with another steal. Here's Napoleon from beyond the arc, too strong. Sanchez the weak side board. Trenton just needs a bucket right now.
Yeah, they really do. They need something.
Smith over the left shoulder, and again, just way off. Trenton still stuck on 2 points for the quarter.
Yeah, fortunately for the Tornadoes, Pennington's only got 5.
Here's Conover, step back, 3 ball. Sanchez collects it again, so Trenton still finds themselves down only 7. A good job again by this Pennington defense to get back off a miss. Ingram will pull from well beyond. That's just not really Ave Ingram's shot. He has knocked down a 3 in this game, but from that range, very low percentage. And he comes up with a block right there, but Napoleon, oh man, he can't spin it home. Pennington started out white hot from the floor, and they've gone ice cold. Sanchez double teamed. Ingram into the middle. English Fulton can't get it. Nothing's going down on either side.
Nothing.
And Ingram did a nice job to knock that one away and prevent what would have been a 2-on-2 break.
To your point about Pennington getting back, Fred Fauci, all those years at TCA, they had a lot of battles in the Mercer County tournament. Fauci knows everything Trenton does. I'm sure he put it in these guys' heads. You got to get back on D.
This quarter is 5-2 right now in favor of Pennington. Sanchez knows. Smith another offensive rebound, but can't hit the layup. And then Josh Benka-Coker gets the board and gets fouled. And that'll be the second team foul against Trenton of the frame. Whew. We sure there's not like a clear lid on these baskets?
I don't even want to tell you what Trenton's shooting right now. I'll tell you at the half.
Yes, make sure everybody stays tuned for another edition of the Fish Stats. Everybody's favorite high school sports segment in Mercer County, might I add. Unofficially, of course.
Yeah, unofficially.
Skip pass. Here's Johnson. Man, that might have been deflected by Sanchez. If not, he missed by about 6 feet. And then a foul against Josh Benka-Coker.
That's his second. So that could be something to say if Fouch might get him out now. I see his brother's getting up.
Juan Sanchez did not play the last time these two teams met. It was a 33-point win for Pennington last year. Ingram over to Sanchez. Curls into the paint. Can't get the roll. Graffy offensive rebound. Volleyballed around. It ends up in the hands of Josh Banka-Coker. Murray feeds underneath. Schmeichel puts it up. Again, no. And a rebound by Banka-Coker, but he was on the baseline, and it's going the other way.
Who missed that shot?
That was Josh Banka-Coker, the second shot.
Who had the first?
First was Wayne Schmeichel.
Thank you.
Their sophomore off the bench. Our scoreboard has not been stuck. It's just been 22-15 for the last about 5 minutes.
Yeah, Brianna hasn't fallen asleep.
Sanchez, in and out move, another tough two. Another offensive rebound. Smith gets it to drop, and we've got points. Caleb Smith playing a lot better recently. Had his 4-game double-digit point streak snapped on Sunday. Napoleon gets to the rack and gets it to go.
Well, Trenton finally gets a bucket, and they come right back and get one, negate it.
Ingram, no-look feed inside. Sanchez, an 8-footer, rattles out. Jackson, offensive rebound, tiptoes to keep it in bounds.
There's that energy play again we talked about.
Sanchez directs traffic. Some off-ball movement here from Trenton. Ingram, back to Sanchez, fakes, drives, gets underneath, gets it to go.
That was pretty.
Wow, Juan Sanchez up and over the double team for 2.
That was really pretty. Reverse off the glass.
5 seconds left. Johnson being pestered with 2, slices towards the hole, kicks it out, and that'll do it.
Yeah, I don't think Jonathan Banka-Coker realized how much time was left. He sort of took his time and set, and as he was setting, the buzzer went off.
Well, we're 16 minutes in. We've got 16 left to play. 24-19, Pennington on top. Don't go anywhere. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our first half stats and third quarter of action on the other side of this break here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Most people diagnosed with skin cancer are not even aware of their cancer. It's important to get a complete skin checkup. Kessel Dermatology offers a vast array of surgical procedures, including Mohs surgery, plus other non-surgical options. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, this is Mike Mancinelli inviting you to join me live at the Temperance House in the heart of Newtown, PA for our big game preview show, Thursday, February 5th at 5 p.m. We'll be video streaming live on YouTube at WBCB Sports and on Pennington, where you can ask me questions, give me your thoughts, and stop by to have some of the best happy hour options in Bucks County at the Temperance House. So come, join me, Mike Mancinelli, Thursday, February 5th, 5 p.m. for our big game preview show live from the Temperance House in Newtown, PA.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Hi, this is Mike Mancinelli inviting you to join me live at the Temperance House in the heart of Newtown, PA for our big game preview show, Thursday, February 5th at 5 p.m. We'll be video streaming live on YouTube at WBCB Sports and on Pennington, where you can ask me questions, give me your thoughts, and stop by to have some of the best happy hour options in Bucks County at the Temperance House. So come, join me, Mike Mancinelli, Thursday, February 5th, 5 p.m. for our big game preview show live from the Temperance House in Newtown, PA.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Today's game is brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. The Prosecutor's Office has immediate openings for attorneys who have been admitted to practice in New Jersey to serve as assistant prosecutors. If you are passionate about public safety and justice for all, we invite you to join our team and make an impact in your community. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks, and a great variety of EV vehicles. Mayor Reed Gusciora of the City of Trenton would like to welcome all students back to school and wish them the best of luck this school term. We're proud Mayor Reed Gusciora is a proud supporter of Trenton's youth. That's what I was trying to say.
Well, you finally got it out. My turn?
Your turn, Fish. I'll take a break from the reads. I'm tripping over my words.
All right, well, here's the scoring. This isn't going to take long. Only 3 players for each team have scored. Ava Ingram leads Trenton with 7, and Juan Sanchez and Caleb Smith have 6 each. Trenton's shooting this is unbelievable. They are shooting just 8 for 35 from the field and 2 for 4 from the line. 4 turnovers for the Tornadoes. And for Pennington, Dylan Napoleon, 13 points. Joshua Benka-Coker, 6. And Noah Johnson, 5. Redhawks, 11 for 28 from the field, 2 for 3 from the line. They also have 4 turnovers. Rebounding, Trenton out rebounding Pennington 22-17. Caleb Smith with 6 to lead the Tornadoes. Benka-Coker with 9 to lead Pennington. And this has just been a case of Trenton has not been able to play its game. It has not been able to get turnovers, has not been able to get steals, hasn't been able to get fast breaks. I don't think they have one transition layup. Can you remember any?
I can't. Yeah, it's been a real struggle for them getting out and running.
Yeah, everything's been in the half court, and they really have not been shooting well at all. So, I mean, they have to try to sort of impose their will on this game a little bit. Pennington just wants to, even although you would think Pennington is losing by 30 if you heard Fred Fauci at halftime carrying on to his team here. They don't go in the locker room. They just stay out here. Fauci was raising his voice, as we are all used to hearing. But if Pennington can just keep it this way, keep it like a half-court game, I mean, obviously Trenton has not been able to adapt to running things, in the half-court. So let's see if there's any changes here or what adjustments are made and see how things go.
Well, one change for Trenton is they're going to send out the starting 5 minus Jadon English-Fulton to begin this third quarter. Instead, it's Donald Jackson. English-Fulton scoreless in that first half after he scored just 2 points on Sunday. Both teams got a couple buckets at the end of that second quarter, so should be feeling pretty good about themselves after it was really a slop fest for the better part of that 8-minute frame. And Josh Benka-Coker, that's the first time we've seen him use that 6'8" frame backing down Smith. And he's going to get a trip to the charity stripe for one more.
Yep, backed him down. And once he got through, they took a hack at him.
And he swirls home the free throw. Josh Benka-Coker, the 6'8", 220-pound junior, plays on the AAU circuit with the New York Renaissance. And Fish, I don't know if you know anything about that AAU team, but they have produced some high-level Division I talent. We'll get to that in a minute as Conover comes up with a steal. Here's Benka-Coker, the aforementioned, hits the heel on the jumper. He's playing with the New York Renaissance. That team has produced guys like Dylan Harper, the number 2 pick in this past draft. Dominic Barlow on the 76ers. Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga. Kyle Filipowski, who played at Duke, now playing with the Utah Jazz.
Wow, you just schooled me. I did not know that.
The future looks very bright for number 10 in red. Ingram going up against Benka-Coker, and he came up short, and then he was the last to hit it.
Again, and Trenton, they're trying to get everything inside. They've barely taken any three-point attempts.
Here's Jameer Conover, who's been facilitating the offense. He's yet to score. Gets it inside. Napoleon got Ingram in the air. And again, just another case of a missed layup. Both of these teams struggling inside. Sanchez off a beautiful feed from Ave Ingram. So Sanchez, who scored 25 on Sunday against the 15th ranked team in the state. He's up to 8 points now.
Well, they're going to need more.
Johnson going up against his opposite number 3. That pass deflected. Now Napoleon. Good job by Ingram to poke it away. Well, Trenton last week, after all was said and done and the dust settled in the CVC Colonial, they finished tied atop the division with Ewing. Here's a drive from Johnson. Feeds Jonathan Banker-Coker, who missed everything.
It was a good defensive set for Trenton. See if that sort of kick-starts them offensively a little bit.
Pennington was saying that ball was tipped, but it remains Trenton's basketball, and that's going to be an offensive basket interference. Caleb Smith got to it a tad too early.
Yep, and that's a layup that has to be made by Donald Jackson. Great pass, he got in. I don't know if it would have gone in. I think the offensive goaltending, I think it was coming off the rim, but it was still attached to it.
Wow, 0 to 60 for Conover. And then he had the break slammed back on him, and then Ingram goes for the jam and gets fouled. So Donald Jackson with a big-time rejection on one end, and then Ave Ingram going for a poster on the other. He'll get 2 at the line.
Yeah, Jackson may be frustrated by missing that layup. He came back with a vengeance on the defensive end.
Ingram's been stuck on just 7 points for a while. 74% foul shooter.
You know, the most Trenton has scored in a row in this game has been 4. 4-0 run late in the first quarter was it.
And this is a team that we've seen just blitz their opponents with runs like 15-0, 20-2. And that's how they've gotten their separation. Neither of these teams used to playing tight games. Trenton's played just 4 games decided by single digits. Pennington's played 5. Sanchez fights with Johnson for that one. And Sanchez gets called for the foul. That was another area that they missed Juan Sanchez's game last week on the defensive end, the guy who averages nearly 2.5 steals per game.
Another foul, 2 quick ones. Oh,
no, they say Jonathan Banker-Coker. They're going to say he stepped into the backcourt.
Oh, is that what they call backcourt? Okay.
And Darrell Young is going to get Jasir Whitaker back into this game. Whitaker played the entire first quarter. We haven't really seen him since. And after all this, Trenton, despite shooting under 30%, finds themselves only down by 5.
Another miss on it.
Yeah, and it's shots like that why their shooting percentage is so low. Just a ton of smoked layups.
Right.
Napoleon still looking for his first points of the second half, and he's going to get a chance to do it at the line. But he goes down holding his shoulder, and he's a bit slow to get up.
Well, they're calling out on Sanchez. That's going to be his 3rd. So that does not bode well for the Tornadoes. Well, Trenton has had chances to creep closer. It's just not happening. I mean, you're right. Those inside shots, they have missed a lot.
Napoleon got the friendly bounce on the first and didn't need such bounce on the second. So he's up to 15, which leads the game, and another turnover for the Tornadoes. Here comes Johnson one-on-one. He gets fouled. And Ave Ingram almost just walked right out of the gym in frustration.
That'd be interesting. Bye-bye.
I'll let you know that Morrisville Chiropractic's providing quick and effective pain relief through natural healing at 632 Crown Street. Morrisville Chiropractic, they pledge to make you, the patient, part of their chiropractic family. Make 2026 the year you get in shape at the Capital Area YMCA, 431 Pennington Avenue. Exercise for your health, fitness, strength, flexibility, well-being, and confidence.
Pennington living at the line so far in this third quarter. 5 for 5 now from the foul line. And they have their biggest lead at 9.
31-22. Sanchez gets to his spot. We've got a technical foul here called against Daryl Young.
Wow.
And the frustrations are starting to boil over now for the Tornadoes, who've scored just 22 points through nearly 2.5 quarters.
Yep. That's interesting. You don't see Mike Vrabel, a.k.a. Tommy Carr. He doesn't call many technicals, so Pup must have said something.
Jordan Murray is the one taking the free throws. A senior guard averaging 3.6 points per game. And Trenton gets away with it that time because Murray missed them both.
Yep.
And you got to give this Pennington defense their props, right? They've done a real nice job against Trenton, but we've seen the Tornadoes score this many points in a quarter.
In a run, like you said. They've had some 20-point runs this year.
Looking to avoid going down double digits. Ingram playing tight defense on Napoleon. Oh, he walked, yeah. He took about 6 steps.
Yeah. Okay, some stutter steps there.
Redhawks have been turning it over a little more than they would have liked. As Ingram gets blocked from behind, it finds Caleb Smith. And he's able to dump it in, and he's up to 8. And we'll get a timeout now called by Pennington. And 2026 is here, and just around the corner is another summer filled with Trenton Thunder baseball. Full and half-season ticket memberships as well as multi-game packages are on sale now for the 2026 season. Coming to Hamilton Township, the original DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. Third-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo brings back the family recipes his great-grandfather created in 1938 when they started their tomato pie. Soon to be open at 147 Sloan Avenue in Hamilton Township. Today's game is brought to you as a public service by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office. The Prosecutor's Office has immediate openings for attorneys who have been admitted to practice in New Jersey to serve as assistant prosecutors. If you're passionate about public safety and justice for all, we invite you to join our team and make an impact in your community. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Seems like most of Trenton's offense so far, Fish, is just coming off these second chance points as Ingram comes up with a steal, so there you go. And then he gets fouled. That's what Trenton wants to do. They want to make it hectic. They want to make it tough for their opponents to even cross that midcourt stripe.
Yeah, I mean, that's their game. That's their game, plain and simple. And you're right. I mean, most of this stuff has come off of putbacks. They've missed so many shots.
Sanchez with a push shot that time that drops through, and all of a sudden they've hit 2 in a row.
Well, now Pennington on the break.
And don't count that. We've got to travel. So Dylan Napoleon gets whistled for too many steps once again.
Well, suddenly 4 turnovers now. Most of them coming in the last minute or so.
Chance to get it back to a 1-score game for Trenton. Sanchez puts his head down and uses the glass. He's up to 12, and Trenton's starting to get some momentum.
Yeah, and you can almost see the confidence start to change a little bit now. He went in there with a lot of confidence.
Josh Banka-Coker, one-on-one with Ingram. Backing him down, double comes. It was a little too late, and then Napoleon put it up and in. Oh, man, how about that rainbow pass that falls right in the chest of Juan Sanchez? Count it, and a foul. Ave Ingram's a wide receiver on the gridiron, and he looked like an all-pro quarterback.
Yeah, well, this is what they want to do. They want to get these baskets in short order.
Sanchez converts on the free throw, and all of a sudden he's up to 15 points. And we've got a 2-point ball game with 3 minutes to play in the third.
Trenton's defense is starting to become a little more difficult for these guys.
Johnson surveys his options, working against Sanchez.
Tornadoes.
Johnson still looking.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it's the Redhawks offense that's going a little stagnant. Johnson gets around his man. Tough layup. No. Trenton a chance to tie or go in front with a three. No look feed inside, and we are tied. Caleb Smith with the layup and a timeout called by Pennington.
Yeah, and there it is. There's the fast break that they're looking for. And all of a sudden, things are moving a lot more smoother for Trenton.
How about the last two assists for Ave Ingram? A 70-foot bomb and then a no-look feed.
Yeah, exactly.
Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks, and a great variety of EV vehicles. Mayor Reed Gusciora of the City of Trenton would like to welcome all students back to school and wish them the best of luck this school term, and wish the Tornadoes the best of luck on the court. Morrisville Chiropractic, providing quick and effective pain relief through natural healing. They pledge to make you the patient at 632 Crown Street in Morrisville. And make 2026 the year you get in shape at the Capital Area YMCA, 431 Pennington Avenue in Trenton. Exercise for your health, fitness, strength, flexibility, well-being, and confidence. You can call 609-599-9622 or visit capitalymca.org for more information.
Well, let's see if Pennington has an answer to this. See, I'm sure Trenton's probably going to put on the press right now.
It's an 11-2 Trenton run since they trailed by 9.
Yep.
And you're right, Fish. Here's that press. Banka Coker able to break it. Johnson tied up and fouled. Whitaker thought he ripped it away cleanly, or at least forced a jump ball.
Yeah, I did too.
Instead, it's a foul, and with Trenton in the penalty, it means 2 free throws for Noah Johnson.
Yep.
Pennington looking for just their 5th win of the season. They're on pace to have their worst season since 2018-2019. They've won at least double-digit games in each of the last 5 years. As Johnson cans the first, he's up to 8.
Yeah, Chandler Frazier-Paul, Pennington alum, did a really great job with this program.
And 2 for 2 that time for Johnson. So the lead is back to 2 for the Redhawks, but they're clinging to it. Tornadoes have gotten hot here in the second half of this third quarter. Sanchez up and under layup, couldn't hit it.
He did
now
that earlier.
For 2-on-2. Napoleon, he slid, and he gets whistled for the travel.
Yeah, Sanchez did that earlier down this end with the reverse underneath. Couldn't get it to go down on that one.
That's the 3rd travel of the quarter called against Dylan Napoleon, and that time it just looked like he slipped. Trenton has yet to lead this one. Ingram back outside, now Sanchez. Got 15 points, working against his opposite number 3 in Johnson. Whitaker on the drive. Jackson underneath.
Oh, he walked.
And he did travel, you are right.
Again, a lot of stationary bodies out there.
Kyle Graffey is going to check back in for Trenton.
We haven't seen Jaharis Ramos yet today, have we?
Yeah, he must be unavailable, especially because Ramos has been playing some of the best ball of his high school career the last couple of weeks. Here comes Napoleon attacking the glass and left it short. Chance at a run out. Ingram, Euros, lays it home, and we're tied once again. Ave is up to 9. The game is locked at 35.
just an entirely, Trenton is back to being Trenton in this quarter.
They scored 6 points in the second. They've scored 16 here in the third.
And they've gotten the pass break going. I don't know if he's got, nah, they're not holding.
There's Benka Coker, and the double team worked that time, and Trenton a chance for their first lead. Ingram all the way in, counted and one. Ave Ingram crosses into double figures with some flair.
Yes.
And a chance to add to it at the line.
And I mean, you could, don't they just look different? Just the body English in these guys just looks like, yes, we know what we're going to do now. We're, you know, whereas before it just seemed stiff and awkward.
Yeah, it's like they hit a couple of shots and all of a sudden everybody just took a deep breath.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Napoleon doubled. Josh Benka Coker, spin move. He's doubled and fouled. The other adjustment that Darrell Young Sr. made that is seemingly paying off is Jadon English Fulton. He's yet to play in this third quarter. He was scoreless in the first half.
Yeah, you're right. That's 4 on Whitaker.
That might force English Fulton back into the game, but right now he's still on the bench. Benka Coker, he's a 74.5% free throw shooter. 28 points last season against Trenton, and with that made foul shot, he's now up to 10.
We'll have to go over that at between. I have him for 11. He had a 3-point play to start the quarter, and
you are the master of the fish stats, so I might have to defer to you for that one. As Ingram gets fouled.
that is on. That's on Napoleon. It's only his second, I think. Oh no, yeah, his second.
And so Ingram now at the line. 4 seconds to play, third quarter. And Ingram strokes the first. He's up to 13.
A lot of foul shots this quarter.
Rounding out that time. Still a 2-point game. This one will count if the ceiling was a little higher.
Blocked by the rafter.
And so Trenton with a big third quarter. They respond from a 6-point second quarter and they put up 20 and lead by 2. 24 minutes down, just 8 to go. And I'll remind you that coming to Hamilton Township is the original DiLorenzo's The Berg Pizza. Third-generation family member Tyler DiLorenzo brings back the family recipes his great-grandfather created in 1938 when they started their tomato pie. Soon to be open at 147 Sloan Avenue in Hamilton Township. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian, or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian. Celebrating 50 years of business and supporting your community is Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got it all, new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus work-ready trucks, and a great variety of EV vehicles. Haldeman Ford, here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business.
One thing that didn't change in that quarter, there's still only 3 people for each team has scored in this game. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, Sanchez, Ingram, and Smith for Trenton. Johnson, Napoleon, and Josh Benka Coker for Pennington. It's like we're watching Big 3 basketball where they just play 3-on-3. Sanchez, got it. Nothing but nylon that time for the 5'8 senior who's got 17. Jamari Davidson and Stalin Hernandez into the game for the first time. Ooh. And Davidson nearly comes up with a steal. He dives on the floor.
Yeah, I think he was starting to try to hold him off with his arm as he was going down.
And I guess that signals that we're not going to see English Fulton the rest of the night with Hernandez and Davidson in. 41-37, largest advantage of the afternoon for the Tornadoes. Jonathan to Josh, and Ingram, the defensive back, with the interception, and he is fouled.
That was a sloppy pass there, threw it right to him.
And we'll get a whistle and a timeout called. So with 7:23 to go, Tornadoes 41, Red Hawks 37. We'll step aside, be back after this here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne,
back to action here in Pennington. Tornadoes hold a 4-point lead. Jordan Hirsch alongside Rich Fisher.
How about this? After shooting 8 for 35 in the first half, they were 8 for 13 was Trenton in the third quarter. Made as many baskets as the first half on 22 less shots.
And a lot of it was mental, right? Because they got a couple steals and got some transition buckets, but not many, right?
Yeah, I mean, you know, in that third quarter, like I said, they just started going free and easy. Sometimes you got to just not think, you know? You got to just react. You got to let your talent take over.
They're just working it around the perimeter. Here's Sanchez. Hands off, Hernandez. Now Smith. It's almost like they're trying to run some clock.
You know what's interesting about this game, Jordan?
What's that, Fish?
There has not been one three-pointer. When's the last time you saw that? Not one three-pointer by either side.
It's not the 2026 style is what you're saying.
Yeah. Not the style of the 2000s.
Ingram taking it to the baseline, denied off the glass by Josh Banka-Coker. He's got it now, and he traveled. We're going to set a record for travels in this half, I think.
Maybe.
An unofficial record, of course.
No, of course. It's all unofficial here.
You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to make everybody pretend like you're the one keeping track of every stat.
No, because then whatever's wrong is you take the Hirschfish stats are unofficial.
Don't worry, I blame you for all the ones that are wrong anyways already.
I got you, yeah. I see that. I'm just your lapdog.
Ingram lost that one, and then it was deflected out by a Red Hawk. That's why our dynamic works so well.
Yeah.
I'm the one who takes credit for whenever things go right.
Yeah,
and we throw you under the bus.
Yeah, that's one heck of a partnership.
Under 6 to play here from Pennington. The Red Hawks have led for most of this game. Ingram, no, Smith fights for it. And he was the last to touch it.
You know, I figure, you have an up-and-coming career here, so I don't want to detract from that. You know, I'm winding down, so I'll fall on the hand grenades.
I'm trying to follow in your footsteps, Fish.
Yeah, that's how I did it when I was young. It wasn't my fault.
Napoleon kicks to the corner. Good ball movement here by the Red Hawks. Napoleon's got it back. We're going to have another travel.
No.
We've got a foul.
Foul on Stalin Hernandez, looks like. We missed.
Ooh, nice move by Benka Coker, then he rattles home the layup. Used a head fake to get open underneath that time, and it's a 2-point game once again. Ingram with more tight defense on him, had it poked away from behind. Redhawks a chance to tie or go back in front with a 3. Napoleon right around Caleb Smith for the reverse.
You know, Caleb Smith stood stationary like he was going to take the charge, but you're right, Napoleon he just went right around him.
And then Sanchez couldn't answer. Johnson rips down the board. And a foul going against, I believe that's Juan Sanchez they're going to get, and that should be his 4th, correct?
Yes. Correct.
So one more against Sanchez, and he'll be sitting. A chance to go back in front for Pennington. They've scored the last 4. Napoleon at the controls. Johnson into Benka Coker. Wanted to shoot it, nothing was there. Johnson off the fake. Napoleon, he's got 19, he drives, he spins. Good defense by Ingram to knock it away.
Yeah, very good defense.
And then last touch by Pennington out of bounds. Napoleon was reaching deep into his bag of tricks that time, bringing out every move in the books.
Ingram just didn't go for it. Just stayed, you know, right on him. Like a good defensive back, he did not get faked out.
Didn't go for the double move is what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Crowd starting to get into it for the first time. Ingram nearly lost the dribble. Davidson spins, couldn't get away from Conover. Conover knocked it away. They dive, bodies hit the deck. Ball is loose and taken by the Redhawks. And then a foul against Ingram, and that'll put Trenton at the limit.
That'll be 3 on Ingram.
Trenton still has 4 timeouts remaining, by the way. Pennington with just 1 for the final 3.5. Whistle.
What was that?
It's going the other way. I guess they called an offensive foul.
I haven't seen anybody indicate anything.
Davidson will check out. Donald Jackson is back into the game for Trenton.
What could that have been? Maybe 3 seconds? Something like that?
Maybe. Either way, it's tornado basketball.
Yeah.
With 3:15 to go, we're all even at 41.
You called it, pal. You said this is going to be a good game when I came in.
Trenton looking for some power points. Pennington looking to snap a 5-game losing streak. And a foul that time against Napoleon will put the Redhawks at the team foul limit.
It's 4 on Dylan Napoleon. Trenton with just an early basket in this quarter and nothing since. This was their problem in the first half.
Ingram falling, got it away to Whitaker. Trenton seems to have those odd number quarters unlocked, but the lid goes back on for the even numbers. Sanchez slips and travels. That's the 3rd time we've seen a player fall like that.
Yeah, you might want to maybe mop that up out there with a towel out there or something.
Every time it's led to a travel as well. Ingram nearly got the steal, and now a chance at a 5-on-4. Jonathan Benka Coker right to the rack, and his first 2 points of the afternoon put Pennington back in front. It's a 6-0 Red Hawk run. Under 2.5 to go. Ingram, nice feed inside. Sanchez doubled, lost it. The other way, Banka Coker. Now Napoleon, and he is, oh, they say no foul. They say Ingram forced the jump.
Yeah.
Possession is with Pennington, but a great job by Ave Ingram to get all ball.
You know, Trenton, I think they've committed like 4 turnovers in a row now. They have not gotten a shot off last few times down the court.
And now a whistle and a foul. And that's going to put the Tornadoes in the penalty.
And that's it for Whitaker. He's out.
Fifth foul against Whitaker. So he fouls out, being held scoreless today after getting the start. And again, still no Jadon English-Fulton. We don't think he's hurt. He hasn't played since the first half. And yeah, now he's going to come into the game. So right on cue. They'll get English-Fulton back in there. He was held scoreless in the first.
Yeah, coming off, like you said, a tough game against Shabazz as well.
And that was after he averaged over 18 points a game in his previous 9.
These are some big free throws here for Conover.
In limited action at the free throw line, he has not missed so far, as all the Pennington fans get upset with me. Second free throw. Well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
The Jordan Jinx got him, but an offensive rebound and then a turnover.
So actually, the Jordan Jinx was, well, it would have been good if they didn't turn it over.
So it remains a 3-point game with 2 minutes to play.
This is a big possession for the Tornadoes.
Neither of these teams really used to playing tight games.
I mean, Trenton, this is unbelievable. A bucket to start the quarter and nothing since in over 6 minutes.
Sanchez looking to change that. Tough 2, no but a foul. Been saying that a lot recently. Tough 2 when it comes to Juan Sanchez. They're not giving him any room to breathe.
Nope. Yeah, he's got a tough 17 points.
And if he's able to hit both of these free throws, he'll be right at his season average. So he got the first, and one final time, I'll let you know that Mayor Reed Gushior of the city of Trenton would like to welcome all students back to school and wish them the best of luck this school term and wish the Tornadoes the best of luck on the court. 2 for 2 that time for the senior guard, Juan Sanchez. He's up to 19. The deficit is 1. The Tornadoes looking for a stop. Johnson nearly lost it. Now he's doubled. Ball is loose. Rolling in the paint. Whistles blow. Jump ball is called. Possession favors Trenton.
Yeah. Ouch. He just shouted out, it's a 1-3-1, and then he walked back. He went, ugh.
And we'll get a whistle, and now a timeout called by Darrell Young, one of his 4 remaining timeouts. 30-second timeout. We'll step aside quickly, be back after this here on WBCB.
1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBSports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
I'm good. 1:25 to play here in Pennington. Tornadoes trailing 44-43. They've trailed by as many as 9. Ingram to English-Fulton, who's into the game for the first time in the second half. Going against Napoleon, picked up the dribble. Sanchez, he's got 19 points. He's tied with Napoleon for the game high. And another whistle on a timeout called by Darrell Young. Well, he's got 3 left in the final minute, so he might as well use it. 58.7 to go. This is a full timeout. We'll step aside again. Back after this on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Under a minute to play now. Trenton, after they call back-to-back timeouts with possession, trailing by 1. Pennington has led most of the way through. And a whistle and a foul. Foul underneath. I think they're going to get Noah Johnson. And with both teams in the penalty, that's going to send Juan Sanchez, the 76% free throw shooter, to the line for 2 and a chance to give his team the lead. Even at 44, and Sanchez has 20, nearly half his team's points. The 10th 20-point game of the year for Juan Sanchez. Rattles in, out, and in again. Blackjack, 21, and a 1-point lead for the Tornadoes. And now we'll get a timeout called by Fred Fauci, with 40.5 to play his final timeout. And we'll take another break. Trenton now with a 1-point lead. Back with the finish on the other side here on WBCB.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
So 40.5, all that's left after a couple of free throws from Juan Sanchez. The Tornadoes are now up by 1. They've still hit just 1 shot from the field in this quarter.
Yeah.
But Sanchez has made all 4 of his free throws.
This has been a kind of weird way this game has gone.
Here's Conover to Napoleon. Napoleon's got 19. Lost it. And then Sanchez is fouled. Napoleon got doubled and gave it up. And Sanchez is going to jog the length of the court and find himself back at the free throw line.
Was that Davidson that knocked it out of his hands?
I think it might have been. Davidson's the one who came with the double. I don't know if he got a hand on it or not.
Yeah, he did.
And so how about Jamari Davidson, the 6-foot senior who's played sparingly, coming up with a big-time steal. And now Sanchez, silky smooth on free throw number 1. He's got 22 points.
Yeah, he knocked it, and Sanchez got the ball, correct?
That is correct.
Oh, he missed one.
1 for 2 that time. It's still a 2-point game. Jonathan Banka-Coker to Napoleon, 17 seconds. Napoleon for 3 in the lead, short. Rebound taken by English Fulton. Sanchez is fouled.
Wow.
Napoleon got a beautiful look straight on that time and couldn't knock it down, and now Juan Sanchez with a chance to give his team a 2-possession lead.
Wow, he was wide open, that's for sure. And now Sanchez, obviously, you want to make them both, make this a 2-possession game.
First one, bullseye. Make that 23 for Sanchez.
He has been clutch.
Tornadoes in search of some big power points as we come down the home stretch of the regular season. And Juan Sanchez unfazed at the free throw line. It's a 4-point game. Johnson got to put it up. He does for 3. No. Rebound taken by Sanchez, and that will do it. A gritty win by the Tornadoes. They go on the road and come from down 9. They come back to win it. 48-44 is your final, and Juan Sanchez, cool as a cucumber at the free throw line in the final few minutes.
Is he your player of the game?
I think he's got to be. He finishes with 24 points.
I'll send him over.
And we thank you for that, Fish. As the Tornadoes improve to 14-6 on the season, Pennington, they fall to 4-12 as their losing streak reaches 6. It's the largest losing streak in over 4 years here for the Redhawks. Well, what a win for the Tornadoes as they get set for a key matchup with Lawrence tomorrow. We'll have that game for you at 5:30. Pre-game gets you started at 5:20. It'll be myself and Rich Fisher on the call once again. As for this game, we thank our sponsors one more time: Kessel Dermatology, the Capital Health System, Team Toyota, the Revere Restaurant, the Temperance House, the New Jersey Education Association, the Trenton Thunder, Di Lorenzo's Pizza, Hyundai of Trenton, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Trentonian Haldeman Ford, the City of Trenton, Morrisville Chiropractic, and the Capital Area YMCA. Well, normally we post these interviews all over social media. We still will, but the entire team is gathered over. And Juan Sanchez, with his 24-point performance, he is the player of the game. Knocked down some big free throws there at the end, Juan. Your team comes back from down by 9, and you're the one at the line really 3 times there in the final minute. What do you do to stay sharp and knock down those free throws at the end?
Today was a must-win, and my mindset was just I'm not losing 2 games in a row. We faced a lot of adversity, even with the refs, I feel like, but we just pulled through.
It was a tough second quarter there. You guys scored just 4 points in that quarter, then come back in the third and put up 20, and that really, it looked like that third quarter you guys got your confidence back. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I would say so.
And now tomorrow, big game against Lawrence. Right now in the top 3 in the CVC. It's the final game that counts towards the CVC standings coming in for the tournament next week. What's the message out there to the fans, you guys going up against Lawrence tomorrow?
We're going to bring home a win for y'all.
Well, there we go. Juan Sanchez, you're our player of the game. 24 points for you. Trenton gets a 48-44 win over Pennington. Juan, thank you for your time. Go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
So all smiles for the Tornadoes as they come back from a 31-22 deficit in the third quarter. Come back and win it 48-44. And now one final time here from Pennington for the entire crew. From our broadcast partner, Rich Fisher, for Brianne O'Neill, who produced today's stream, and our cameraman, David Skapansky. My name's Jordan Hirsch, saying thank you for watching, and have a great night, everybody.